Good day, everyone. I am John Verhel B. Garzo. Our topic is all about marketing strategy and marketing tactics. Before we start, let us have a brief overview of our main topic, which is marketing strategy and marketing tactics. So, first, let me give a brief overview of what marketing is. Marketing is about understanding what people need and want, then finding ways to offer products or services that satisfies those needs. In simple terms, marketing is how a business connects with customers. Kumbaga, mao ni ang ways sa usa ka negosyo para makaduol sa ilang target customers. Then next is marketing strategy. So, what is marketing strategy? Marketing strategy is the overall plan or direction of a business. Unsay goal sa business and unsa na to pag-abot didto, which is mo na siya atong plano sa marketing. It focuses on long-term decisions like who the target market is, what makes the product different, and how the business wants customers to see the brand. Kung sa atong ganahan makita sa customers atong brand, like affordable ba siya or budget friendly nga na. In short, strategy is the big picture or the long-term plan. Now let's proceed with marketing tactics. Now let's tackle about what is marketing tactics. Tactics are the specific actions we do to follow the strategy. So mo na siya ang kung ang marketing strategy kay ang plano, ang marketing tactics kaya naman kay ang action kung sa buhaton na nimo siya ang strategy. These are the actual steps like promoting your brand or your product, your business, pricing, packaging, ingana, or posting ads on social medias para makita na sa mga kung ano if di pa sikat ang atong business or atong product. Now that we are done with the overview of our main topic, let's proceed with the market segmentation. So market segmentation means dividing the market into groups of people with similar needs or characteristics. Like for example, kung ang group number 1 mga customers kay ganahan sila affordable but nindot og quality, then ato na sila lang ibutang sa group 1 kumao na sila niya. So group 2, if na sila mga budget need ganahan sila og kanang good quality, bahala na ganang no matter what the cost, then we need to satisfy those kuansad kung unsay lang ganahan. This helps business focus on the right people. Para mas klaro, dili tanan customers parehas, so gi-divide sila into groups, so mas sakto ang marketing approach kung para ato masatisfy ang ilang needs. So next is market positioning. Market positioning is how a business wants customer to see their product. Like for example, Jollibee, of makauna na tag Jollibee, unsa may atong first mga household sa itong like affordable siya nya, lami sad siya nya, kids choice pud siya, no, kana ganing kasagaran mag birthday kay first choice jud nato kay Jollibee or even McDo kay barato and affordable nya, kids friendly sad, nasa slim offer sad sila og kanang mga fun games mo na kita if Jollibee mo guro siguro na ilang ganan ipahatod sa tuang ipatan-aw nga affordable sila nya, dali sad sila kana ma-approach. So next is it's about creating a clear image in the customer's mind, like being seen as affordable, premium, healthy, or convenient. Mao to. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. Today, I am discussing the part of purpose, which is the product and price. So first is product. Product is the service or item you develop and design. Product tactics include adding product features, offering product bundles is another tactic. Providing a warranty can also be a product tactic. So meaning, ang product tactics is mo na siya ang mga particular nga pamaagi sa giplano sa mga company o ilapon ang gibago ang ilang mga produkto para maakit nila ang ilang mga customers. And then, ilhapon ang gibit ang ilang mga competitors. So, and then nag-focus ra jud ni sila sa kung unsa ang produkto, how it looks, its features, and how its packages are branded. So, the goal here is to make the product or different so people want to buy it. So, ang product tactics is nag-offer sila og discounts and promotions and mag-create og ads on social media or TV and making the product look attractive in stores, highlighting the product's benefits and features, and providing a free samples or trials. So, for example, kanang soda, like soda ilang giadan og new flavor and then ilang like making a they make nila og kanang low sugar version for health conscious buyers. And then cellphone, ang cellphone ilang gi-improve ang camera sa cellphone para maka-take sila og better photos. And then ang goal ani niya sa product is mag-increase ilang sales and kanang ma-aware sila sa ilang brand nga ilang himuon and then ma-attract ilang mga customers. So next is the price tactics. Price tactic are important because this component generates your revenue while the other components are expenses. It is also the most challenging part of the marketing mix. So meaning the price tactics are the strategies a company uses to set or adjust prices and to increase sales and get more market share or making a higher profits, and they decide how much to charge based on cost, competition, customer demand, or a special offers. So for example, discounts kay mo na siya ang kanang like sale. I like anang shoes, nag-sale ang shoes o kanang 20% off during a holiday sale. And then bundle pricing. Ang bundle pricing kay like nag-offer sila og phone plus case plus charger and more to 500 instead of 550, like and then premium pricing, like nag-offer sila og extra charge for a luxury watch because ang kanang watch is it is made of gold and sent as a higher status, has a status. And then next is the promotions, like kanang ang product, ang nag-sale sila og product nga kanang buy one take one free. So the goal of the price tactics is kanang mag-increase ilang sales and then ma-attract ang ilang price sa mga sensitive na customers and then mag-create og kanang perceived value for the product and then maximize profits.
Hello, I'm Mary Sihara and I will be tackling the other two P's. So the third P is the place tactics. It refers to where and how you distribute your product or services. It is how you made it available to the customers. It's about choosing the best location or channel para ang imong mga customers kay dali ra siya makit-an og easy ra makapalit. And there are 4 examples. So first is a physical store or retail store. Like pareha sa mga bakery shop, coffee shop, or milk tea shop. Pareha na sa Uncle Bruce. Doon ra siya sa school so student can easily buy drinks. Second is resellers or distributors. Nga mopalit sa imong product nga ibaligya sa lain. For example is kanang naa kay homemade na sabon. Palito na nila nya ibaligya nila sa ilang own market nga naay wide customer base. Third is online platforms or online shopping. Like for example, Facebook Marketplace, Shopee, Lazada, Shein, TikTok Shop, or other websites. And lastly is mobile or pop-up selling. Like ikaw mismo mo dala sa imong products or services adto sa mga customers. For example, kay mga food carts, stalls, or pop-up kiosks sa mga malls. And the last P is the promotion tactics. So mauna ni siya ang pag-communicate nimo sa customers on how will you persuade or encourage or convince them to buy your product or services. And also, there are 4 examples. First is advertising. kanang mag-post baron sa mga social media platforms like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, using or showing your product or services. Second is public relations. Kanang mag-build ka og good image sa mga tao para sa imong business. Like magpa-free sample ba karon sa imong product sa mga events, sa malls, or mag-donate ba ka og mga products para ma-recognize sa mga tao nga wala ra mo na maligya kundi motabang pud mo sa ubang tao. And the third is sales promotion. Like short-term offer nga maka-attract sa mga customers. Like buy one take one promo, 50% discounts, eat all you can promo, and many more. And last but not the least is the direct selling or personal selling. Ikaw mismo mo dala sa imong products dito sa customers. Like makipag one-on-one ka to encourage or explain them like unsay benefit ani, anong need jud siya mo palit ani, nya so on and so forth. And that's all for the 4 Ps.
Good morning, everyone. I am Jillian Migoya, and for my part, we are going to talk about factors to consider in formulating marketing tactics and strategies. So, in order for marketing tactics and strategies to be effective, we should always consider the needs and wants of a customer. Know what customer look for, follow trends, values, and new ideas, and create products that match their needs. So, dili lang ang needs and wants, but also we should consider ang location kung asa nimo itukod ang imong business. Kay ana para ma-meet nimo ilang needs and wants kay for example, ang imong business is kanang salon. And then, nagtukod ka at pang sa school. And unsa man jud, imo jud ka ng unsa jud ang gina-need sa mga students. Usa ka magtukod og kanang business. Kay nagtukod ka og salon diha and then students ang kanang mga customers nga kaatbang nimo. So, unsa man pila ra ba ang bound sa estudyante unya magpasalon ingana. So, we should consider the location. Much better if ang imong gitukod kay kanang affordable sa mga estudyante and kanang worth it sa ilahang money. And then for market opportunities, new trends or ideas can open new markets, identify early to stay ahead, use opportunities to introduce new products. So, para maka-market ka or para kanang maka-gain ka og more customers, pwede sad ka mo follow og kanang mga trends like that. Kay kasagaran man karon ang mga Gen Z kay mas into kwan sila nga kanang where maka picture sila like kanang trendy ang iyang vibes sa imong business ingana. And also dapat kanang permi mo updated. Like for example, inyong admin sa business, ang gakupot sa kanang like social media sa inyong business, updated siya kung unsa ang mga bag-o karon nga trend sa kanang internet para mas mahalinan mo o kanang mas ma-improve ninyo inyong product. Next is industry impending threats. So, changes in customer preference can hurt sales. Products may become less appealing and adapt quickly to avoid losing customers. So, from the word threats, no? So, in a business, di dyan na nato siya malikayan. Threats is always there. Kay, while nag-grab ta og opportunities sa ato ang business, expect nga naagid na possible threats. That is why we should always be ready. Ready ta sa mga ingana ang mahitabo. And nanatay plano unsaon na siya pagsolusyon. Unsaon na siya pag-answer nga mga problems if moabot na sa imong business. right? So, changes in customers' preference. So, di man dyan na nato malikayan kay we have what we call trends. Trends, di ba? So, lahi-lahi man na every kuan kanang for example every year, every month na adjoy mo kanang mas mo famous pa sa old nga trend. 'Di ba? So, malahi na sad ang mga ginahan sa mga customers. And then old products may become less appealing. So, kani dili jud ni siya malikayan, 'di ba? Nga kanang ang imong product sa kalugayon dili na kay siya kanang mas mo famous. So, maubitaw na atay social media karon para ang imong mga products permi siya alive, 'di ba? Permi siya kanang gina-promote nimo and naay makakita, so dili gyapon siya mawagtang and magsige lang gyapon siya kahalinan. As a business owner, we should always think na ang ilang preference nag-change din na sa siya permi maong atong products dapat permi pod siya naga-improve. So, adapt quickly to avoid losing customers. So, para dili ta mawagtangan og customers, adapt lang ta dayon sa unsay mga gusto nila, mga bagong gusto nila, mga bagong trend.
So, good day everyone. I am Dasin Galarita and I will be talking about competitors' strategies and tactics, competitors' strengths and weaknesses.
So, when you own a company or just planning to start one, it's very normal to have competition. So, due to that fact, you have to know your competitor's strength and weaknesses. So, let's say you see a bakery down the road that serves cheap bread, but the place is dirty. And coincidentally, you're also planning to have your own bakery. The best marketing strategy plan would be to match their cheap price, which is their strength, and take advantage of their weakness by having a much more clean environment. So the second part would be strategic focus.
Similar products don't mean same target market. A very good example would be smartphones, because the people who like to take pictures will much more prefer the Apple's iPhone reason they have a better camera than most phones. On the other hand, people who likes gaming will much more prefer Android phones due to the fact that they have more strong processors and a longer battery life, perfect for gaming. Focus on the market that fits your strength. This is just a no-brainer example. Let us say you're very good at baking, but you're planning to build a computer shop that doesn't fit your strength. So why not build a bakery that perfectly aligns with your skills?
So good morning everyone, I am James Ibo. For my part, let's talk about the company's strengths and weaknesses. So this is basically about knowing what your company is good at and asa po siya naglisod na then when a company kung mas ma-understand nila ang strength sa company kay pwede nilang ma-use to stand out and to compete better. And also kaning by knowing its their weaknesses kay pwede nila lang ma-improve or kining gamiton para ma-improve or ilan ning ma-avoid niya kini nga problem. So naa diri on know what your company can and cannot do. Then pwede nimo ma-use your strengths to compete better. So na ako example for example kinay small cafe, then nilahang strength kay might be that they serve really good ganing mga freshly brewed coffee. Then for their weaknesses kay it might be slow service during busy hours. So para makakompete sila better kay pwede nilang i-highlight ilang delicious nga coffee which is ilang strength. Then while working on improving their speed pod since mo man lang ilang weaknesses pwede na lang ma-improve since ilang weaknesses kay might be slow service during busy hours man. So kana then let's talk about reflects the company personal values and preferences of owners and executives. So, kuan, a company dapat kay i-follow nila ang vision and mission nga gagait sa ilang founders or leaders kay mo ang kanang value kay mo nalay mo guide sa company on how to behaves, maka-make og mga right decisions and mo treat og people. So for example kay naay founder nga ilang for example kay naay founder then ilang business kay clothing brand nga mobilib sila og sustainability. So basically the company kay ilang pilion ang eco-friendly materials para maka-avoid og waste and promote sila ethical fashion. So kana kay even the company kay mo grow biya kay dapat they still stick to this value. They still stick to this value kay mao nila ang standard nila. Ang ilahang vision og mission to. Naa diri company has to stay on the vision and mission set by the founders of the firm. Then next is the societal expectations. So we all know nga ang businesses kay they don't operate alone. Exist sila sa within the community. So ang society na expect yung companies nga mo-behave sa responsibly, mo follow sila mga law, then mo contribute sila positively. Especially sa kaning CSR or the corporate social say meaning corporate social responsibility. CSR no means doing things that help people, the environment or the community. Like beyond just making profit, dili lang kaayo focus ra sila pagkaan kaning maka-gain og profit but also they have dapat i-consider po nila ang societal expectation because kay kabaw bita nga ang mga tao daghan gid atong istorya mas maganahan gid na sila or mas say tawag ani kini mas kuan ba nga maka-contribute sa imong success. Yun maaari na.
So, we are here now in risk factors. There are four of them. Let's start with product tactics. Added features may increase cost too much. Ang kanang pagbutan mo mga features sa imong product kay pwedeng magkataas ang gastos ana niya depende sa mga features nga imong gipambutang. Bundles may include items customers don't find valuable. Example, na kay usa ka bundle, kaman daghan na sa nasud ana, pero nay usa ka item nga dili kayo valuable paliton pangana. So, nay uban customer nga wala maugtangan sila gana mo palitan ang bundle tungod atong usa ka product sa sud sa imong bundle. Packaging upgrades can fail if the target market doesn't actually want a luxury feel. Ang kana siya kanang pag-packaging nimo bisag ang mo siya pang luxury jud niya mas mahal pa ang kanang packaging nimo kaysa sa katong product nga gipalit sa ng imong customer. Bate na siya para sa imong target market nga na fail na imong target market. Price tactics. Psychological pricing may not work if customers distrust the brand. Ang pag-pricing mo, di siya mugana if ang customer dili katuuhan imong brand. Competitors can suddenly lower their price. Ang kana imong presyo ayo na pasubrig mahal para lang dako imong kita. Kay nay uban mga kuan ng uban ka competitor nimo pareho mo ng product pero mas lower yung price, mas cheaper, yeah. So, ang mga tao, mas ganahan mo palit na itong mas cheaper. Kung ito mas barato, niya imot, mahal kayo, niya pareho dyan mag-brand. So, logi ka na. Huwag kayo mapalit sa muha. Introductory prices may create expectations that are hard to maintain. Nagkasagawan prices nga, dapat na mag-create na kag-expectation nga lisod yun na siya i-maintain kay di mo na siya pwede, dihala siya nga price, steady nga na maabot yun ng panahon nga mataas na or muubos.
Good day everyone, my name is Jenny Election and I will be explaining the risk factors of place tactics and promotion tactics. Risk factors of place tactics. First one is poor location selection. Choosing a physical or online location that is not accessible or visible to the target market. Choosing the wrong distribution channel, example is selling exclusively online when the target audience prefers in-store experience. Second one is distribution conflicts. Disagreements or competition between different channels, example selling directly online and also through retailers, causing the retailers to feel undercut. Next is supply chain and logistics failure. Inability to deliver the product reliably, quickly, or cost-effectively due to issues like inventory mismanagement, poor warehousing, or transportation. Fourth one is intermediary mismanagement. Choosing distributors, wholesalers, or agents who do not align with the brand's values, lack motivation, or fail to provide adequate customer service. And now let's move on to the risk factors of promotion tactics. First one is miscalculating the target audience. Using promotional messages or channels that do not reach or resonate with the intended customer base due to faulty market research. Second one is brand reputational damage. Releasing offensive, culturally insensitive, misleading, or unethical promotional content. This also includes poorly handling public relations crisis. It can also lead to loss of customer trust, widespread negative press, customer backlash, boycotts, and long-term damage to the brand's reputation and equity. Third one is over-promotion or ad fatigue. Bombarding customers with excessive or repetitive marketing message or relying too heavily on constant sales or discounts. Customers unsubscribe, ignore messages, and become unwilling to pay full price, eroding perceived value. And last is not having clear quantifiable goals or the tools to accurately track the performance of promotional campaigns. Wasted effort on ineffective strategies and the failure to learn what works, leading to recurring poor investment decisions.
Instead of researching or listening to feedbacks, it can offer products or services that customers do not like. It keeps offering the same menu for years even though customer now offers healthier option. So if you are a business owner, dapat ang kaybaw ka mo tan-aw og unsay mga needs ug kuan sa customers kay aron ang mga customers nimo is dili mo ngadto sa competitors. So the next one is missing market emerging opportunities. So this means failing to notice new trends or changing in the market. So if a business is slow to adapt, it can miss new changes to grow, innovate, or attract more customers. For example, when online shopping became popular, some stores refused to create an online delivery system, so they lost customers to business that quickly adapt to emerge. So if halimbawa na kay business is mostly di ba karon is through online na jud. So if mag-refuse ka og create og online delivery system, so possible nga imuhang mga customers is maibanan. So that's why if na kay business is dapat mo adapt ka kung unsay mga new trends. So muna siya ang missing market emerging opportunities. The last is the negative impact of industry impending threats. So this means that something big is happening in the industry that could hurt the company if it is not prepared. These threats came from outside the business and the company cannot control them. Example, mga new competitors, mga new technology, new government rules, and also economic problems and health crises. So in a simple words, it means big changes in the industry that can harm the company if does not adapt.
So let's proceed to competitor-related risk factor. The competitor-related risk factor refers to the potential threat a company faces due to the actions, strategies, or presence of the competitors in the market. The risk can affect a company's market share, profitability, and overall business stability. Number 1, competitors have better strategies and tactics. This happens when a competitor implements more effective marketing, sales, or operational strategies that attract customers away from your business. For example, ang imong competitor is nagayus og nag-cater og mga delivery apps like GrabFood, Foodpanda, or even kanang Maxim. While imong business is only serves dine-in customers, we know sa panahon karon mas prepare na nato ang magpa-deliver na lang kay kapuyon ka og gawas. So mas prefer gyud sa kadaghanan ang mga online delivery na lang sa food kay very convenient and less hassle. Nya maghulat ra ka sa order nimo sa inyong balay or asa and dili na kailangan mo gawas para mapalit og food, which make the service more appealing and convenient. Number 2, competitors' strength overwhelm the company. This occurs when a competitor's advantages, such as brand reputation, variety, pricing, or facilities, are so strong that they are overshadow a company's effort, making it difficult to attract or retain customers. For example, naay newly opened na sari-sari store na doon sa supermarket. For example, kanang SM. We all know nga supermarket is nag-offer sila og mas barato na price kisa sa sari-sari store. Also, ang sari-sari store is limited lang stocks compared sa supermarket. Nga dinaghan or binulto ilang mga baligya and mas nindot mamalit sad sa mga mall or supermarket kay air condition and better facilities. Number 3, wrong strategic focus. Focusing on the wrong target market happens when a company prioritizes the wrong target market, products, services, and strategies, causing resources to be wasted and performance to decline. For example, ang cafe is mag-invest money sa mga expensive drinks. Nga ilang target market is mga office worker. Pero ang location is doon sa school. So most customer ana is student. Nga prefer nila ang mas affordable na snacks. Because the company focus on the wrong group, wala sila halin while ilang competitor na nag-offer og mga budget meals and affordable for student, mas daghan mo palit nila and more successful.
Good day everyone, my name is Danica Egdamen. Today my topic is about company-related risk factors and I will be presenting it together with my partner Angela Densing.
So let's proceed to company-related risk factor. So, the company risk-related factor refers to any elements, condition, or circumstance that could negatively impact a company's operations, financial performance, reputation, or long-term sustainability. Number 1, weak strengths or strong weaknesses. This refers to a situation where a company lacks key strengths that make it competitive in the market, and its weaknesses are significant enough to affect performance. For example, ang local bakery is nagamit og mga low quality ug mga cheap na mga ingredients para makatipid o dako pud lang ma-profit. While ang ilang competitors is nagamit og mga high quality na mga flour, fresh fruits and other ingredients. So maka-notice gyud ang mga customers sa difference sa lasa and antara sila mopalit sa ilang competitors. So bisag dili kayo dako ilang ginansya is daghan man pod ang mopalit sa ilaha. So let's proceed to number 2, poor competitive position. This occurs when a company is less attractive to customers compared to its competitors because it fails to offer better value, pricing, or services. For example, a local phone shop sells mga outdated na mga models at regular prices, while ilang competitors is nag-offer og mga latest phones with promos and installment plans. So, the customers choose the competitors.
So, good morning everyone. So my topic is company-related risk factor. So I will be the one discussing the third and fourth bullet of company-related risk factor. So let's proceed to the misalignment with owners or executive values. So this means the people running the company do not share the same vision, priorities, or management style. This leads to confusion, conflict, and poor decision making. For example, na isa ka leader nga want niya i-modernize ang business, pero ang uban niya nga kauban is dili bitaw nila gusto ilisan, gusto nila i-keep ang traditional methods nga ilang mga ginagamit. So that's why mulid ni siya og confusion o conflict sa isa ka company. So the next one is failure to meet societal expectation. So a company risks damage when it does not meet what societal expects in terms of ethics, safety, fairness, and responsibility. So ang failure to meet societal expectation is if you are a business owner, is if dili nimo ma-meet ang kung unsay societal expects sa terms of ethics. Like for example, a business is not following environmental regulation leading to compliance or backlash. And also sa safety, if ang restaurant, halimbawa ang restaurant is mag-ignore siya sa mga safety rules, pwede siya maka-cause of health concerns. So muna siya mga company-related risk factor. So the next one is customer-related risk factor. So customer-related risk factors are challenges that came from misunderstanding or not keeping up with customers' needs, market trends, and industry changes. So business must be constantly listen, research, adapt, and innovate to avoid this risk. So first is failure to understand customers' needs and wants. So this risk happens when a business does not fully know what customers are looking for, when a company assumes what people want instead of